Hello, Kevin here, aka Brick Ninja from Rebelog, and today we're going to be looking at this set that LEGO kindly sent me a copy of to review. This is set number 75268, the 4 Plus Snowspeeder. This is the fourth 4 Plus or Juniors style set that they've done for Star Wars, and this set has 91 pieces, and in the United States it will retail for $20. So let's go ahead and get this guy built up and see what we've got here. Alrighty, so our Rebelog member quote is from Nathaniel, and he says, "Seems good for younger builders, though I gave it a neutral vote because I don't pay attention to juniors." And I completely agree with him, and pretty much so did the rest of Rebelog. We together came up with a rating of 5.1 out of 10, which basically says we didn't hate it, we didn't like it, we honestly just don't care about it, and that's just because it's not meant for us, and that's totally fine. It is definitely a simpler build, so if you're looking for that for yourself or for a kid, this is a great option. Definitely in like the 4 to 5 range. That being said, for the juniors or 4 Plus Star Wars stuff they've done, this is probably the best one. It has decent shaping for a Snowspeeder. Obviously it's much smaller, not quite to proportion, but it still looks like a Snowspeeder. It's kind of cool looking. The speeder bike is a little bit weaker, but, you know, still fits in that same basic shape. And then you get the little cannon station here, adds a little bit of play feature. But you get a couple of decent, if a little bit generic figures. So let's take a look at these guys first. So first off, we have our Snowtrooper. And this Snowtrooper is the same as the one that came in the 20th anniversary set. And it's a slightly newer update from previous versions. I do really like this one. I kind of miss seeing the cloth comma around the waist there. They've got it printed on the front of the legs, which is alright. It just kind of looks weird because it looks more like coattails in the front rather than something wrapping around the entire waist. But overall, a still really solid Snowtrooper, and it's hard to get too many of these guys. So, the other thing I do really like about him is the dark tan hands. Those aren't super common, and nice to be able to get a few more of those. The other figure we have is the Wedge Antilles figure. This is definitely not the first time they've done him. It's not even the first time that they've done this more up-to-date version. This version was previously only available in the Assault on Hoth large UCS set, so it's nice to be able to get this more detailed, more realistic looking one in a much cheaper set. That being said, I do hope that at some point LEGO gives us a new Rebel pilot face. This one's been used way too much. I don't really want them to change the design, I just want them to change the expression on the pilot, because we have pretty much only happy or scared for all of your pilots. But overall, pretty solid pilot figure, nothing super fancy, but it is nice to be able to get that more accurate Wedge Antilles helmet in a much cheaper set. So as far as using this set for mock building, it has a distinct disadvantage because the juniors or 4 Plus stuff usually doesn't have a very good price point. You can see it on this one here. It's 22 cents a piece, but that's pretty much in line with juniors stuff. You do get this very large vehicle base that they've been using for the Star Wars sets. They use this for the A-Wing, and I don't really find them that useful. New Elementary had a contest to try to get people to find good uses for this, and there was a lot of really good builds out of that contest. However, pretty much all of those builds would have looked better if they hadn't had this seed part, if they had brick built that same shape using more interesting or more smoothed elements. But it definitely gave us a lot of different options on how to use this. It's never going to be a great part to use. As far as my favorite element from this set, it might be this curved piece that they have here connected to the guns. This is a 1x2 curved slope. It's like a half dome type thing. And this first came out in the James Bond Aston Martin car, and getting more of these is nice. It's pretty good shape, and you get 2 of them in this set in light gray. The other piece that I do really like here is this claw or tooth or rock piece. They've got it in white. I've used this in white in my Wheel of Time build for like the edge of a melting patch of snow. And it's not super common in white, so I'm definitely glad to get another one. In the end, this set here completely comes down to the age of your target audience. You know, if you are looking for a simpler build for yourself or for a younger kid that you know, this is an excellent option. It is a pretty classic design. It's a pretty decent version of the Snowspeeder. It's a pretty simple and quick build. But if you're not looking for something for a younger builder, it's an easy pass. There's really nothing here for you unless you're super dedicated to getting the new Wedge Antilles or something like that. It's a pretty easy pass, though pretty solid entry in the 4+ line. I want to see what they're going to do in the future. I'd love to see like a $50 4+ Millennium Falcon. I think that would be really funny. But anyways, pretty solid one. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.